welcome to the James Johnston Football Channel.
Hello and welcome. Well, yeah, that side that's interrupted me is quite.
Sorry, I don't realise.
No. It's quite appropriate, really.
Quite fitting, really.
Yeah. Tom, you asked to break the norm of the channel and do a video tonight because you are, for want of a better word, fuming. I'm fuming. Obviously,
I'm not happy.
No, Arsenal played Leicester last night.
Yeah, they did.
Your £14.95 letter, as well as watching your team lose. How do you feel? At least we can laugh about it now. If we did this last night, it would have been even worse.
This is going to get worse. Trust me.
Oh, brilliant!
Once we get into it, don't worry.
Tom,
they're not getting out of this.
Yeah,
easily. Don't worry.
Leicester have got their first win at Arsenal since 1973. Brendan Rodgers was mocked by Arsenal fans when he was linked with the job. He has just out-tacticked the man that is called the tactical messiah and saviour of Arsenal.
Come on. How would it out-tacticked him?
He did. He did
an out-tactic him. Arteta out-tacticked himself, for God's sake.
They played their game to an absolute T, and we got.
Come on. We played right into their hand. Look, Arteta thinks tactics is a tic-tac. He's got it the wrong way round. He's an idiot, these tactics are minty, aren't they? They're tic-tacs, mate. Stop playing Aubameyang on the left wing. You idiot.
Brendan Rodgers played against Arsenal. How Arsenal fans, and I use that term loosely, thought we were playing against Man City and Liverpool before they scored goals.
Yeah.
We wasn't. Get going into it. Obviously, the lineup. I thought it was 4-3-3.
We all thought it was 4-3-3, mate. We all looked at that. I thought, bloody hell, he's done something right. Apart from Aubameyang left wing, I cannot believe what's happening here.
But it just, to me, I was just like, oh, that midfield's not bad, because I was thinking, it's Partey and Xhaka in like a double pivot. And then it's Ceballos a bit further up. And I don't rate Ceballos as a number 10 anyway, but I thought, considering
it's there something.
Considering we haven't really got an out-and-out number 10, and the one we do have, he's never going to play for this club again, which you can argue that to and fro. I don't really want to give that the airtime if I can help it. But no, it's not like that at all. It's three centre midfielders in a line. Like,
I just can't believe it.
It was like they're in a queue, but it was when the supermarkets were like, when the sorry, I nearly said it then. When the pandemic first started, and you had to you had to sort of queue, but you're in your 2 meters in a single file.
Yeah.
It's just like, so there's no one breaking between the line. Partey's not doing half of what we bought him to do.
No.
And I mean, at the end of the day as well, I think he received 44 passes compared to 83 that went to Xhaka.
Well, yes, but that's because the trouble is with Partey is he's just in front of the back four, so he's not in that line to get the ball passed to him. So he's too far forward. The defenders would have to play a forward pass to him, which they don't want to do. All they want to do is go sideways to each other. You've muted yourself, by the way, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, because I thought that maybe it could come through on my headphones, you speaking, because it was a bit loud.
I don't know.
So
I can't hear it.
I was being tactically astute with the sound. But I agree with you. I said it the other day on the Purely Arsenal podcast. I said that especially Bernd Leno is like Linus in Snoopy. He has the security blanket of a 5-yard pass to a centre back, and I mean,
and it wasn't. Let's get it. It wasn't 4-3-3.
No,
it was not. It weren't even the flat midfield. It was Xhaka dropping in.
I'd say it was first half to an extent.
Yeah, this is this is why I'm annoyed.
Right.
This is why I'm really annoyed. This is
you
no,
go,
right,
you go
right,
for
no,
it, and
come on.
I'll feed
Come
in.
on, right.
No,
So
just
in
go.
the first half, yeah, we actually played quite well. We should have had a goal. I'm not sure why it got disallowed, but I'm not going to say that's why we lost the game or
Nope.
didn't draw the game, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. We played quite well because Xhaka wasn't part of the back line. He was clearly just left of a midfield three, which I still do, which is still wrong because he should have been in the middle. He should have been like left centre mid, but instead he was like left. I don't know what he was. But anyway, we did good, right? And then Arteta's got them in at half time and gone, Xhaka, mate, what are you doing so far forward? Get back in that left centre back position. Do not pass the ball forward. Just sit there and just stay there. We're playing too well. We've had 11 shots this half. That's 11 too many for us. And you got get back in your position, mate. Get back, or you'll get dropped for this. You'll be at Hertha Berlin with bloody Guendouzi. I will not have that sort of attacking prowess in my team. And that's what he said at half time. That is exactly what he said at half time. Probably in the Swiss language. I think that's either French or German.
Yeah.
Because he talks all these languages because that makes him a great manager.
Yeah.
According to our fans, because he speaks, I can speak to Pepe in French. You can tell Pepe what I used to. I'm not going to swear.
Right, when Pepe come on, because I've seen Pepe get pelters.
Yeah.
What was he supposed to do?
Well, I don't know.
When he got,
know.
He was on the wrong wing to begin with. He was like he was out left, and then when he eventually moves over and everything, and people are like, oh yeah, but he tries to beat 6 players on his own, and then he dances and spins around and everything else. And I'm like, well, yeah, because he's got nothing. He's got no.
He's literally all he's got is Bellerin to pass to.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. There's literally, and it's always down the left-hand side as well. It's a joke.
Oh,
I mean, I got sent a picture of how we were playing from the first minute to the 55th minute, and it was of Danny Ceballos. It was Danny Ceballos, Bellerin, and Aubameyang just all in this one right-sided area.
Yeah.
Like, what are you all doing? Like, why have we got 3 players occupying that? Just leaves like a gap and everything. I mean, Leicester. Okay, so first and foremost, it's a goal. I'm sorry, it's a goal every day of the week, and that's another one. And like you said, not trying to start a conspiracy against Arsenal and this is a joke and everything. But after the Mane elbow, the kick in the head at Man City, and then this one here, and this is the same ref, by the way, that one last year against Crystal Palace with Socrates, the day when Granit Xhaka, told the fans to F off. That great day in Arsenal history. It's the same.
I quite like him for that now.
It's the same ref again, and it's just like, how can you deem that Xhaka's interfered? Because Schmeichel moves to get closer to it because he steps off his line to read it, and it's a completely legitimate goal. And I mean, Lacazette at the moment, anyway, is absolute bobbing. he's playing bobbins at the moment. Like, and I'm me and you are well, you're not anymore, but I class myself as a Lacazette fan. But I'm like, I can't defend you on the performances like this. I mean, he has 2 other sitters that he should bury in that game, especially that other header. And I know people are like, oh yeah, but if he headed that bloke's foot's going to go straight through his head and everything. And I'm like, but that's the risk you take when you're a centre forward and you want you want your team to win. You head that ball regardless. Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, I said to you, he needs to apologise because he's robbed Tierney of an assist.
Yeah,
it's such a good ball in.
It is, yeah.
And it's like that deserves to be a goal.
Honestly, I don't know why Arsenal fans don't. They all go on about Lacazette, but none of them rate Nketiah. I can absolutely guarantee you Nketiah scores that.
Yeah.
When Nketiah's there, he's desperate to score goals. He scores that. Lacazette's like, oh, if I head that ball, his foot might go in my face, and I won't look so good on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is. And Aubameyang might take the mick out of me. He's literally I saw it on Twitter. He's stealing a career by being Aubameyang's mate. Honestly, I think that's the only reason he's here. Honestly, I reckon we gave him the contract. We're like, look, you're going to play centre forward, mate, and Lacazette's gone because he's useless. And Aubameyang's gone, no, he has to stay because he's my friend.
Yeah.
They've gone, all right then. But the compromise is you're stuck on the left wing.
Yeah.
And he's gone, yeah, I'll take that. And he goes, oh, cheers, mate. We're going to pay you. Yeah. Oh, he's useless. He's useless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. He's our top scorer. Like, Christ. We've only created about 4 chances, and 3 of them have dropped to him.
Well,
one of them weren't even a chance; it was a mistake from Robertson.
This is the other thing that I'll say to you about it as well is that you alluded to it, and other people have alluded to it. We're literally playing high risk with little reward football when we don't need like you mentioned it on the other video. You said that if Arsenal aren't clinical, we're losing and we created more and more chances in the first half, but then the second half it just reverts back to, and then it becomes 5 at the back, and then when it is 5 at the back, their goal is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm sorry, people don't start saying to me, Mustafi's only been a week in. That's positioning. You don't need fitness to have a.
No.
I think his injury was something to do with his Achilles and his knee or something. Nothing.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, he didn't have no injuries to his brain.
He ain't got a brain.
Well,
he ain't got a brain to injure, mate.
Well, this is it. I'm like, I know I'm using it loosely, but he is a World Cup winning defender. He was in that squad. Okay.
Yeah, he was there. He definitely was there.
And it's just like, what? I've watched a few other replays of it, and you see Gabriel twice telling him space,
Yeah.
whatever broken English, French, whatever it is, Gabriel can speak. And Leno again, and he had it early in the game as well. I'm like, mate, why are you 5 to 10 yards off your line all the time? Just stay back. But again, it's no command of his area. He's got no real sense of danger. And again, he's another one of, if I make a mistake, who cares? Because I'm not going to be replaced anyway, because there's no one here to challenge me.
Yeah.
And
that's a big problem.
Yeah, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And, Xhaka's terrible on the go as well. You watch we know he's been immobile for years. So
yeah,
and it's just like and you knew it would be Vardy as well. It's just every single
it's just
stereotype. Oh, it's definitely going to happen. Happened.
Yeah,
and it's like, why? I mean, Mustafi for me now, he's probably going to come back in because I think David Luiz is going to be injured for a while after seeing what I saw. And do you know what? I look at it and I just think to myself, like, we're playing Mustafi, and this ain't going to be the only time he does something like this.
No.
And for however much he improved slightly last season, towards the end of last season, he was still making us look at the Spurs game. And it's a bit like giving a grenade to a kid in a play area, like a soft play area. And then when it all explodes and all the other babies are like flying around everywhere, you're like, oh, I can't believe that. Like,
how did this happen?
Yeah, don't give a grenade to a baby, mate. Like, what are you playing at? Like,
do you know what? I can't understand, right? So Mustafi, he's in the last year of his contract. He's not going to get any. Well, yeah, but he declined.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God.
Yeah, but he's another one that has gone, no, I'll just sit on your silly money you gave me. And it's just like, get rid of these.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the trouble with, I don't know why we offered him a new contract. I don't know what's going on there. But
desperate.
The thing is, but he's on the. Well, how can we be desperate? We've got about 18 million centre backs. Yeah, we got bloody Saliba there. They're like, oh no, we're not going to play him because he's got personal issues. Yeah. But put him in the team. If I was honestly, if that had happened to me, I'd be like, do you know what? I just want to play football to get my mind off whatever's going on. I'm here to play football. Yeah. I want to play football. Yeah, if Saliba makes that mistake, he's like 19 or whatever, 20. Well, how old is he? 19, 20 or something?
19. Yeah, 19.
Right, if he makes a mistake, he'll learn from it. Mustafi's been doing that for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, Mustafi's not going to improve.
No.
So just put Saliba in there, right? So Leicester have got the other St Etienne centre back. And look how good he is.
He's brilliant. Yeah,
they've just gone. Oh, do you know what? Like we ain't got no one else. We'll just stick you in. Everyone else we've got is crap, so we'll put you in. Yeah. But we're like, oh no, we got to be careful with you. Just like with Partey, we've got to be careful with Partey. He's only trained. He only trained once. He's only our best player.
Yeah.
And even he looked poor against Leicester. We've Arteta's managed to make him look rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just sick of it. Even Chambers is back in training. He was good. I'm sure people will moan about him though. People moan about Holding, who's genuinely our best defender. Well, he's behind Gabriel now, but he was our best. All right, he's not good with the ball, but he's our best defender. Yeah, but again, he wouldn't make that mistake. You got Chambers there. Chambers is decent.
Why do I need a defender to be good with the ball? I don't need.
Exactly. You
don't.
don't.
I need someone to tackle, mate.
Well, no, this is the trouble. No, we actually do need a defender to be on good with the ball because they're literally the only people creating anything. For God's sake, because David Luiz, it's like watching West Ham. It's like champagne West Ham 10 years ago. David Luiz goes, Joe, I've got absolutely no one in midfield, so I'm just going to have to pump it to the fullbacks out wide because none of these idiots in midfield are going to pass it forward. No. They go, if you do pass it to them, they've got no one in front of them to pass to. You've got Lacazette there going, come on, lads. And they've got to go backwards.
In that
Partey turns to us. Well, I don't know, bonjour, lads. Whatever the French is for lads. Then Partey gets it, and he goes, oh, who am I going to pass to? I've got Xhaka to my left standing behind me in the left centre-back position. Honestly, he must be thinking, like, I've played under some defensive managers in my time the last few years with Simeone, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And never once did I see Koke playing at centre-back.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Les Gars is French. So I'm just gonna,
bonjour les gars. He just does that.
Bonjour les gars.
He'll fall over, then he'll moan.
Yeah.
They were just all poor. They were just all the only good players we had. With Louise, who's now injured, and Tierney, who he must have been injured as well. He got taken off.
Yeah.
If that was tactical that he took Tierney off, he's done. He's absolutely done.
Well, Tierney looked flabbergasted that he subbed him.
I don't know what's going on. Who did he bring on anyway? He put Xhaka at left back. Just to really compound.
I'm gonna have to see. I zoned it out my head because I was so angry. I just had. Well,
this is the issue. I'm sure this is the issue with Arteta. When we need a goal, he's got no ideas. He just goes, I'm just going to put all my attackers on.
Yeah, he took Tierney off to bring on Nketiah as a left winger. Yeah, great.
Yeah, well,
or whatever. Yeah.
Or whatever he was doing. Do you know what I mean? I better just put all my strikers on. I need a goal. It's like what Wenger used to do. Wenger used to go, I'm going to have to take my centre back off to get all my strikers on and put Xhaka at centre back.
Well, that's what someone said to me. They were like, it's very reminiscent of Wenger, and that at the end he just goes for it, but then it don't always come off. Just chalk it as an unlucky day. And I'm like, no, because I'm like, this is worse. Because I'm like, the chances aren't even happening.
No.
Like, the only real chance I can remember, I think, the second half is the Bellerin volley.
Yeah.
I can't, I feel bad because, normally I rewatch at least the highlights or something, and we can try and give a bit more. But like I said, I was so angry, I didn't want to watch more of it. And I'm slightly concerned, mate. I'm really am concerned because part of me's like, I don't not rate him as a manager, but I'm starting to feel maybe he really overachieved with what are arguably a very, very bad set of players to a certain extent. Because if you really look into it, most of these are ones that we still had from the Wenger era, and towards the end they let him down.
Yeah.
I want to say they somewhat let Unai Emery down, but at the same time, Unai Emery just couldn't communicate as well.
No, no one had any idea what he was saying.
I can't really say that he let them down because I don't think they, like you said, I don't think they understood a word he said.
Well, they certainly played like that anyway.
Yeah. Well, there was a video where he was shouting, and I couldn't tell if he was shouting "calm" or "come."
No.
But I think it was calm, because if he kept shouting "come, come, 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 come," I would have been a bit worried. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then obviously Lundberg come in, and some of them were, diabolical under him. And do you remember that Everton game? In the end, he played all the one where Arteta and Ancelotti were like in the stands watching it. It was a bit weird.
Yeah.
In the end, he put all the kids on for that Everton game just to be like, look, these are the kids, because they're going to give you more than these senior players who,
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean,
yeah.
Lundberg was holding training sessions or whatever, and he's getting motivational speeches from the guy who puts like bloody plasters on them all and stuff like that. Like the doctors become, because he just weren't given any staff, was he? Like it was just like Unai Emery's, all of everyone who Unai Emery had was gone, and it was just like, oh yeah, the guy who puts the tea bags and the milk out in the changing room, he's like assistant manager now.
Yeah, could you go through the set pieces when I'm making a sub?
Oh, set pieces as
So
well.
Get Doris in. Doris,
yeah.
We need you here. We need you on the bench. We need you getting the ready.
Set pieces as well, Tom. The corners again yesterday.
Well,
I thought we brought this guy in.
This.
Apart from the one we scored from, I thought we brought Caesar in to do set pieces.
Well, I will. What I will say is, but the delivery's rubbish, and that man can't. He can't make them put in a good ball. But what he can do is go, this is the strategy, and to be fair, they pull it off quite well. I think the players they do. There's obviously a plan in there, but the thing is, you have Ceballos who puts in a brilliant corner that we score from. Then in the 93rd minute, when we need a goal, we go, let's get Pepe on, who hasn't taken a good corner in his life. He goes, he takes corners as if he's taken a penalty. He just drills them low.
Who was it in the first half that took a corner and it literally went over every? I think it was Ceballos. It literally went over every single person.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? Why? Like, it comes back to this creating such little that obviously a set piece feels like a pivotal moment for us, because we're like, look, we just need something.
we're just desperate. Come on, we're just desperate for Gabriel again. Our defenders.
Yeah.
There's David Luiz. Why don't David Luiz take the corners? Yeah. He should take the bloody corners.
Because they want him to do the headers in the box. That's why.
I've never seen that man head a ball in my life.
Well, he scored a header last Thursday, Tom.
Oh, shut up.
Oh yeah, I proved you wrong, didn't I?
That was against Austria. We don't even talk about that game, because we struggled against them.
Bournemouth.
That was a struggle.
Scored a header against Bournemouth last season.
All right. Yeah, but no one else could take the corner.
He scored 2 headers.
They're the only 2 headers he's ever done.
Yeah. No, I just despair, because I'm judging it. People tend to go on results, but I'm also judging it on performances.
Yeah.
I think Fulham, no qualms whatsoever.
The worst team in the league.
Yeah. I would be shocked if they actually win a game, like you said. I'll be shocked. They will probably win a game when Scott Parker gets sacked, because they ain't.
Yeah. When do they come to the Emirates?
Oh, don't.
They'll probably win that. They'll probably beat us at the Emirates.
He's got to have been gone by then, 100%. Because
well,
I mean, we're getting off Arsenal here, but they play West Brom at the weekend. If he can't get a win versus West Brom, he's got to be sacked. He's got to be sacked.
But like, people go on about, Arteta's had good results, right? He had a cup. He won the FA Cup, and that's fair enough. But the thing is, the FA Cup's different. It's a one-off game. Yeah. It's one-off. Yeah. There's a different mentality in the FA Cup. And I really, did the Man City players really care about the FA Cup? They were probably more interested. They had Champions League games to play. Were Chelsea really that? I think Chelsea are the same level as us, to be honest. Yeah. So we, in a one-off game, we can beat Chelsea. We can beat Chelsea. It's not at Chelsea, so we haven't. So they're one-off games. But look at the other results he had. When he drew with Bournemouth away, they got relegated. we lost to Brighton, lost to Villa.
Yeah.
There were 3 teams. One got relegated, and 2, Villa was hanging on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brighton, they were hanging on.
Yeah, but again, it was.
We were a goal up against Brighton.
Again,
where was the defensive? Where was the defensive progress there? We managed to score a goal. They couldn't hold on to the lead. And you know what? I know this sounds bad, but this is the level we are now. If we had drew 0-0 with Leicester yesterday, I genuinely would have said, like, you know what? It's disappointing, but I genuinely see progress. Because I was just sat there thinking, I genuinely sat there thinking to myself, like, if we get a point, then I will say, do you know what? This is a game we would have lost under Wenger. Then then we go and lose it. We go and concede an awful goal. There's literally no progress.
No,
there's literally 0.
I mean, we finished last season. What was it, 8th?
Yeah,
and we're 10th.
Yeah. And we've played 6 games. We've won 3 and lost 3.
Yeah.
Anyone could lose them 3 games, but it's the manner that we've lost them.
Yeah.
And even the manner that we've won the games. West Ham, the trouble is it looks like a good result now because of the results they've had. But we were awful against West Ham.
I don't think we were very good.
We shouldn't have won that game.
I don't think we were very good against Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United. Do you know when we were good against Sheffield United?
Yeah.
When he put Aubameyang in centre forward and had 2 wingers. I'm not going to bother doing that again. You idiot! He just whines. I don't want him sacked. But I genuinely, I can't see it getting better. I genuinely can't see it getting better because
they won't sack him.
No, they won't sack him. They absolutely won't sack him
unless he completely bottles the Europa League and we can't get top 4 or top. If we're where we are now at the end of the season, I think they might do something.
I think if he finishes lower than 8th, I cannot see how you can keep him in a job.
Because we are desperate. Like we are so desperate to get back in the top 4. Because I mean, the Europa League's rubbish anyway. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But it's like I said to you, mate, last video. You get 33 million for being in the Champions League before the ball is kicked. You get 18 for being in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And and it's the Thursday Sunday thing, and again, I hate to really really criticise, but Liverpool, okay, I thought we completely just got it all wrong, but Man City had Aguero coming off 4 months off.
He basically had 1 leg.
Sterling with 1 leg.
Yeah.
No De Bruyne. All their centre backs are all new, like they're adjusting. They're trying to get on with what.
Yeah, they don't know each other.
Yeah, didn't capitalise. And then yesterday, when are you ever going to get Leicester, where like they're like Vardy only come on for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But they had no Ndidi, no Soyuncu. So their whole spine is gone. And again, it's like what you went. They're going, we'll gamble on this 19-year-old from St Etienne. We'll play him.
Yeah.
And look, he was their man of the match. He was their best player.
Yeah.
And and I know that there's external stuff that's gone on, and me and you don't really know how he is grieving and everything else. But I'm like, I've got to throw in a caveat and say, if it is that bad that it's a detriment to his abilities and everything, why is he in training in all the photos and everything else? I don't know when they did the photos and the interviews for this Pharrell kit that they had on.
Yeah.
But he was in the video with Ian Wright talking about how much of a privilege it was to be. And I'm like, is that recent? Because he was cheerful. He was talking about how he wanted to play and get in the team.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on there, and it's quite. I mean, he can't. It's quite disturbing, really.
He can't play Thursday because he's not registered for the squad. So Thursday, it's got to be Mustafi and Gabriel again. Because I
Yeah,
like I said,
well, Holding's injured now, isn't he?
yeah,
Is Holding injured?
yep. And I've got a feeling Louise isn't going to be back for a while. When we keep going on, Saka Did Saka come off? I think Saka did come off.
Yeah,
Didn't
he got kicked.
he looked like he's hurt.
I think maybe that's more of an impact. They do hurt when it looked like he just got a kick to his heel.
Yeah,
and they do hurt. That does hurt, to be fair.
Aubameyang's taking painkillers because of that foul from that Sander Berger, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, all of them are starting to crumble and get injuries now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just do not know. I mean, we're going to do a preview of it, but I'm despairing about going to Old Trafford at the weekend.
Yeah, because again, like
they haven't
honestly,
won. They haven't won in five games at home or whatever it is. But Arsenal are rolling into town.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Well, yeah, like Martial hasn't hit the target this season. He'll score a hat-trick or something.
Yeah.
This is just it's not anything new either. This is just what Arsenal do. And I've always said this. Arsenal, even under Wenger 10 years ago, we never lose one game. We lose 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And then we'll go on a run, papers over the cracks. We'll probably, I think we will lose to United. I think we will, because I don't think Arteta's got any ideas. But if we beat them, it would purely paper over the cracks, because that United team, that is the worst United team I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, but we say this every time. We've said this for 5
We don't know, we do.
We still don't ever win.
But they are. I know they've been there every season. United get worse and worse, but this is.
We didn't beat them when they were under Moyes, Tom. They had Moyes, and we still lost.
Yeah, but come on. If we cannot beat, I just don't know what to do. If we can't beat this United team, it doesn't matter if it's at Old Trafford. There's no fans. It does not matter away. It doesn't matter.
We are hungry for 3 points, but Marcus Rashford will not feed Arsenal. I'm telling you, he will not. Feed Arsenal. I hate saying it, but I think Ollie is more useless than Arteta. I'll freely admit that. But if they're just clued up, they could smash us by 4 or 5-1.
Yeah,
because they're going to get the way that we defend, especially with Mustafi. Someone's going to get beat, and we're just going to pull them down, and they're going to get a penalty. They're definitely going to get a penalty.
Yeah.
Like they're 100% getting a penalty. I'm saying it now.
Yeah, definitely.
They're 100% going to get a penalty.
And it will definitely be Mustafi.
Yeah, and it'll probably be, and someone from Arsenal will probably get sent off.
Yeah, probably.
Because it will be,
but
it'll be a proper emotional game. They'll get proper begged in.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean,
because this is it. It's literally a battle of the 2 useless managers at the minute. Ollie, I don't know how. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like watching Emery, where the players just go, I'm not going to actually pay any attention to what you're saying, actually, Ollie. We're just going to, we are better individuals than what you're telling us to do. So we're just going to do our own thing and just let you take some credit for it.
Yeah.
They would go, look, we beat PSG. PSG are dreadful. They're literally, they are, I think even we could beat PSG. They are a dreadful team.
I currently think that this geezer, that Tuchel or whatever, is where he didn't get much money in the transfer window. He's just deliberately like, I'm just going to sit this out and I don't care. And then you'll eventually sack me and I'll get a payout.
Yeah.
Pochettino used to be a PSG player, so they'll just jump on him as soon as this guy's just waiting to get sacked and paid out.
Yeah. And they can't wait around too long because, I can't see Ollie being there for, especially if they lose to us, because the United fans will go absolutely mental if they lose to us, because they're sat there doing a podcast like we are and going, we will never have a better chance to beat this Arsenal team. They're the worst Arsenal team. Exactly like we're saying.
Yeah.
And I sort of expect us to lose. So if we lost, I'd be like, do you know what? I didn't expect anything different. But they will go mental.
Do you know what? One of my closest friends, a Man United fan. He probably won't watch this, but Jay Butt. Jay Butt's a Man United fan. And I said to him, Jay, but it will be more embarrassing for you if you lose than it would be for me.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah. I went, seriously? I'm like, if you lose to us on this current form, it's embarrassing. Because I'm like, we're awful. We are awful.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Thursday, I didn't ask you if you've done a predicted lineup or what have you. I've done mine.
Yeah.
I've done mine, which I can put in here and everything else. So I'll read it out to you, and you can agree or disagree. Because I'm just like, no, I want no proper, other than sadly Leno, because I don't think he's going to play this Renarson. I don't want any real first team type player in the squad if I can help it. I want them all. I want them all rested because I care more about that Man United game.
God. So, not that I want them rested. I just want them out.
I would bin this game on Thursday if it meant that we beat Man United. Because
the thing is, mate,
I want more pride. I've got pride.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, do you know, it's not even binning off the Dundalk. It's Dundalk, mate. It's Dundalk at home.
So
even if we lost to Dundalk, right? We should get through that group, even if we just completely sack it off.
So
I don't know what he's going to do.
I did Leno in goal.
Yeah.
I've gone Cedric. I've done Mustafi and Gabriel because you have to. I know I said I don't really want any first team play, but Gabriel has to because we've got no other.
Well, we haven't got anyone else.
We're going to have to.
We're the only team that could go into a season with 7 centre backs and end up with 2.
Yeah, exactly. I've done Kolasinac at left back.
Yeah,
because I want to play a 4. I don't want to play a 5 against Dundalk.
Yeah.
I've done Willian on the right.
Yeah.
Because I think he'll be back, but I don't want him anywhere near that squad at the weekend. Unless he's on the bench, I don't want him starting. I've done El Neni and Willock in centre mid.
Yeah.
Not El Neni, yes, but Joe Willock at the moment. I'm like, just whatever. I'd rather see you than Partey or whoever. Rest them, Xhaka, rest them. I've done Nelson on the other wing.
Yeah.
Because where is he at the moment? Where's Reece Nelson? And then I've gone, do you know what? Emil Smith-Rowe, you come in and start at Cam. Show me.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
People forget Harry Kane started in the Europa League.
Yeah.
I think it was Sherwood or whoever went, or I think it was Sherwood at the time, was like, no. And look what Harry Kane's now become. I'm not saying Emil Smith-Rowe's going to get to a level of a Harry Kane or whatever, but when he was playing the Europa League 2 seasons ago, he was scoring, setting. He looked brilliant, didn't he?
Yeah.
Me and you both said if he toughens up a bit,
because
he's just so susceptible to injuries. And then I've gone Nketiah up front. Up front because for all of Lacazette's faults and everything else, I think at Old Trafford, I would still rather, I would rather give Lacazette a go. Or I would go, do you know what, Aubameyang, you're going down the middle, and I'm playing Saka and Pepe. I'm playing Saka and Pepe out wide.
Well, yeah, I mean, for Dundalk, I don't know. Obviously, it's Leno in goal.
Yeah.
I mean, what has happened to Maitland-Niles? He's convinced him to stay, and he's just gone, you're going to stay, but you're not playing. I'm going to play you for these games to convince you to stay, and then I'm going to kick you out of the team completely. He's not anywhere near the team.
No.
He could easily, if he wants to play 3 centre-backs and one sort of moves in between centre-back and midfield, why isn't Maitland-Niles doing that job? He wants to be a midfielder, but he can defend. So why not? Why is it Xhaka being that one? So I don't know. Yes, I mean, I would personally, I'd like to see Maitland-Niles maybe play right back. Then the 2 centre backs, we've got to go for them. Kolasinac. It'll probably be El Neni. I mean, I don't know what's happened to Willock all of a sudden, but I'd stick him in. And I would play Smith-Rowe.
Yeah.
As much as I hate Nelson, I would give him a go. I would give him a go. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You can't, or maybe or put Nelson, Maitland-Niles as the wingers, Cedric at right back, and then Nketiah up front. But that team, we should be able to. It's an Irish team. Yeah. Have Ireland got any pedigree at all? Me and you, Gallo United would be able to beat Dundalk, surely. Yeah, I mean, if we play, like you say, if he's going 5 at the back against an Irish team
at home as well.
at home,
At
if
home.
he's not just going, look, we need a result here. The fans are getting on me. We're not scoring any goals. The expected goals are, down here. Expected goals conceded are up here.
Yeah.
Just go out and score me some goals for the love of God, and then we can all go, oh yeah, look, he's playing attacking football.
Yeah, he's had a go.
And then everyone will forget it's Dundalk. We'll go, yeah, we're going to beat United. And then whatever. I'm just sick of it. Like we say, I don't want Arteta out.
No.
I'm not one of them, but we can criticise him. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And do you know what? This week, the Leicester loss does feel like a bit of a turning point because the week before when we lost to City, I was getting pelters for criticising him.
Yeah.
This week, there's a lot of Arsenal fans going, no, do you know what? This isn't actually good enough. They go, well, I've been telling you this for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, but people play favourites and have their biases, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and honestly, mate, I've been so depressed. I've not been this depressed because it feels like we're absolutely getting nowhere. I've not been this depressed after an Arsenal defeat since the Champions League final.
Oh my God.
Honestly, no, genuinely, I've been so miserable today. I'm surprised I'm not in tears during this video.
That is.
So I genuinely all day I've been upset because it feels like something. It just feels like Arsenal is gone. That's what it feels like to me.
That is enormous. That is an enormous statement to make.
It is, mate.
I can't say I agree.
Well, you don't have to agree. That's how I feel. I'm not saying people should feel this way, but
no.
I just feel like it's a really under Emery. Under Emery we sort of like he's going to get sacked eventually, and it's going to get better. And we bring in Arteta, and honestly, if anything, it's gotten worse. Or at the very least, stayed the same.
Yeah,
at the very least, stayed the same. And I just feel like there's no one who could come in and change this. We're not going to get given the money to, like Lampard has, to buy a whole new squad.
I wouldn't say it's gotten worse yet.
I don't know. You look at just compare that Leicester game to the one under Emery. I mean, we absolutely tore Leicester apart, and that was a good Leicester team. That was a Leicester team. No, it was it wasn't last.
That was 2
when was it? Yeah, but that was a Leicester team who were in the Champions League. They were finishing top 4.
Yeah.
That was still it's basically the same Leicester team as it is now, and we absolutely ripped them apart with worse players. Definitely with worse players.
Yeah.
That was Kolasinac left back. I think Mustafi was probably we'd had rubbish centre backs. It was like Guendouzi and Torreira.
Yeah.
Right, Ozil was playing. I think it was like Iwobi, Aubameyang.
Iwobi was there.
Do you know what I mean? We didn't have good players. We didn't have good players, and we tore them apart.
I think
because Emery, for as much as he was defensive, he would at least let the players express themselves and put them in their correct positions. Actually, I think it was Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Yeah, it's not just that as well, though, but it comes back to what you said of where with Solskjaer, I think at the end they were just like, look, we're just going to do what we want.
Yeah, and they were so much better for it.
Which I don't think they do anymore because I think they are all enthralled with Arteta because he's an enthralling guy. I'll give him it, But when he done his interview after the game, and he went on about the goal, but then he said, I'm really impressed with what we did and what we created. And I'm like, for a half, Mikel, for a half. I'm like,
only one of them chances was any good.
The game's not 45 minutes though, and again, this goes back to what I say about this, because, we all dig it. We all dig at Spurs.
Yeah.
And Spurs have got it worse. I will freely admit, and that's not just me being biased, because the history proves it for a longer amount of time. But as much as Spurs have a bottler mentality, Arsenal, when something goes wrong, are just as bad. And they didn't get...
They just down tools, didn't they?
Yeah, but there was the decision not to get the goal, obviously was like, okay. But then we sort of brought it back and kept trying. And Lacazette should have scored his header. Aubameyang had one and people were like, oh, I'm like, no. Aubameyang's one wasn't as that Lacazette one, like I said earlier, where he nearly got kicked in his head or whatever. Got to be scoring that. You've got to be scoring that. And then, like I said, second half you only had the Bellerin volley, but it's just David Luiz goes down injured, and it just all crumbles. All semblance of shape, awareness, everything just all crumbles, and that has happened since the Eduardo injury at Birmingham City. Just one little thing goes awry, and it just it all just falls to the ground. And it's like, take a look at what do you call it? Man City in the league last season. Mari gets injured. David Luiz has to come on. Whoosh, crumbles.
Yeah.
Who was it this year? Tierney got injured before. What game was it before Tierney got injured and Kolasinac or whatever had to play instead? Was that West Ham? Was that West Ham? Or Sheffield?
What, during the game? You got
Tierney got injured in the warm-up, didn't he? And then Man City away. Rob Holding gets injured in the warm-up. David Luiz has to come on. And David Luiz, I did think he played all right, actually, in that game. David Luiz to start with sort of was a bit attitudey, as if to be like, well, you left me on the bench, and now look. Mm. He's like, why was I left out the squad anyway? And I'm like, you can't walk onto a pitch like that.
No, you know, we got a weak mentality.
We've really this week just got to go. If I was Mikel Arteta now, I would just go, right, I've got 2 squads. So I'm like, I'm just going to sort this lot out for Thursday, but then I'm going to completely go for this other lot on Sunday. And
do you think he actually works on? Do you think he works on attacking football, or do you think he literally just drills them to a shape?
No. He 100%. He coaches every single facet of the game. You watch the Man City documentary on Amazon, just as indulged as Pep is. So, if anything, he worked more with the attacking players because he had a great relationship. He had a great relationship with Sterling. Oh, God, he's one of my favourite players. The lad they just sold to Bayern Munich. Sane.
Yeah.
Even Sane and Sterling are inseparable. They're all together. Them 3 are with each other all the time. And I'm like, you can hear it when he's shouting on the sidelines at Nicolas Pepe. You know, he's constantly going, Nico. You know, he's so... And he loved Reece Nelson when he first started. He was always going on about how much he loved Reece Nelson. So he's definitely got that epiphany for the attacking players as well as the defensive side of things. But I just think he knows that defensively we do crumble. So he's like, I've got to be extra safe. But I'm like, be that safe when we've scored. We need to score goals.
Yeah.
Like we're still that team where me and you are like, if we don't have 2 or 3, I'm worried.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
because
the goalkeeper's a liability. I apologised to him on Twitter after the Liverpool game, thinking this is it, and he's been worse. He's been even worse.
You should have apologised. This is what happens when we criticise someone; they turn up for the next couple of games.
Yeah.
So we were always smashing Oxlade-Chamberlain, and he'd always come back.
It's like I'm looking at it thinking, if you were a younger player in this Arsenal squad, you look at someone like Martinez. He plays 9 games, wins us a cup final, does nothing wrong, but then ends up getting sold.
Yeah.
Now, I know some of that was because he wanted to be number 1 and everything, but I'm like, well, why was he chosen not to be number 1? Why was it that we went, oh no, Leno's back and everything? I would have gone, you're my number 1, and Leno, you buck your ideas up, you might get back in or whatever, and have them fight for it.
Well, yeah, but this seems to be the issue is, again, it's Arteta, because Arteta said to them, I'm going to play 1 goalkeeper in every competition.
Yes. Yeah.
I think maybe if he said, you're both going to have to fight for the number 1, Martinez might have stayed. But the fact that Arteta's just gone, no, I'm just going to play Leno. I'm going to play my number one, and the other guy's he's not going to have a chance to prove himself.
Yeah.
You know, why would anyone sit around for that?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a feeling that it's not that tonight's going to be a good night. I've literally got a feeling that in January we might go back in for that Brentford one.
Yeah, but why would he join if he's just going to sit on the bench?
Because I've got a feeling that Leno's going to be pushed out. I can't see how.
Well, they do rate him actually, don't they?
Yeah,
The Raya.
I can't see how we can sustain with Leno in goal.
Yeah, I don't know.
He is so lucky that fans can't be there at the moment. I mean, if fans were in there yesterday, Mustafi's getting it, he's getting it, Xhaka's getting it.
I don't think Xhaka's doing anything wrong, to be honest.
Well, positionally, he was awful as well, weren't he? Let's be fair. Not as awful as Mustafi.
Yeah, but that's because he's not a left centre back.
No, but he's always been very slow. Anyway, he always has been. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's not his.
But I mean, you got Lacazette, whose main job should just be stay on that 18-yard box, mate, and try and score goals. But he's trying to do everything. He gives more fouls away than he has shots in a game.
Yeah.
Like, why are you keep fouling everybody?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, because if it looks like I don't work hard, then the Arsenal fans will get on my back. I'm like, no, I'm getting on your back. I'm getting on your back because you're a £52 million striker that's not scoring goals.
Yeah.
You're a top goal scorer, yes, I'll give you that. But yeah, you know, I want better output from you.
Yeah, but what one of them goals was a good goal? Do you know what I mean? That he's had to do any. The one against Fulham is from a yard out.
Yeah, if he missed that, yeah, he's
yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's a yard out, and it's a corner. And I think it was a corner or something. It just fell to him.
Yeah.
You know, he scored a header. I can't remember if it was. I think it was West Ham when he scored the.
Yeah, the header was
brilliant.
The header
big neck.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, he nearly skied it. It was pretty hot. It was pretty like roof of the net. You know, he nearly skied it.
Mm.
You know, he couldn't really miss that either. The Liverpool one, he's completely scuffed it. He completely scuffed it into the ground, and then it's just bounced over Alisson.
It's bobbled. Yeah, it's bobbled in.
You know what I mean? It's not a good finish. None of them are particularly good finishes. He's not had to work particularly hard to get in there. He's not made any good runs, really. He's just sort of meandered into a space and it's fell to him.
He can't make runs.
No, because he's too busy trying to. I don't know what he's doing. I honestly don't know what he does.
The guy, and again, I'm in no position to criticise, but the guy's too heavy. The guy's too heavy. Sorry, I had someone ringing. I had my dad trying to ring me. Yeah.
Of Spurs scored or something.
Yeah. Oh.
just to top it up.
Just to rub that in. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. He'll get angry now that I'm ignoring him. You watch. Oh well, but yeah. Is there anything? Is there anything else you wanted to add, mate?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know what's. You know. I just can't deal with it. Yeah. Honestly, I've been so depressed today because I feel like Arsenal is over. Genuinely, I feel like that.
It's not over.
I mean, it feels like that because, yeah, I don't know. It's not getting better. I was quite excited. You know, I mean, I'm even getting to the point where I'm like, oh, get Ozil back. I'm honestly turning into one of them people.
Oh, no.
We need Ozil.
No,
but I don't want. Honestly, I'm even as much as I hate Reece Nelson. I'm like, give Reece Nelson a go. Do you know what? That's why we don't give him a go. I remember now. Just bring him back in, just to remind me of why we don't play him. Get Willock back in.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's happened to all of them. He always went on about the youngsters. It was all about the youngsters. Now he's like, actually, I just realised. Can I shock you? You're all rubbish. You know, I suppose if it took him. When did he join? Sort of December. So it's taken him just under. It's probably about 10 months to realise that them young players are absolute dross. So you know, we've only got. I suppose it might take him a little bit to work out. Aubameyang should play centre forward.
Yeah.
And then you know, a couple more months, and he might go. Actually, we should probably play 4-4-3 here.
I'll kindly you know, say that you don't think Saka is dross because people still class him as a young player. No.
Well, I don't class him as a young player. He's one of our best players. He's able to carry the team himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes I feel like Saka might as well just be called a tea tray because he's carrying 10 bucks. You know what I mean?
Actually, what I've got to say as well is there's people on Arsenal Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And they genuinely believe this. They're going, we need Martinelli back in the team. It's like, oh, come on. He's what? He's like a 19-year-old kid again.
Yeah.
Arteta, honestly, and they forget Arteta didn't play him. He never got a sniff under Arteta. He didn't get a sniff, and they think he's going to come into the team.
He played his first few couple of games, but yeah, he weren't. Yeah.
People think even if he does play, he's going to play left wing back. So I don't know why people are getting excited. I don't know why. He is. He's thinking. He's plotting it now. He's going, I can't wait to get Tierney back to left centre back so Martinelli can play left wing back.
Oh, don't.
You can see it in his eyes, mate.
I don't want to hear this slander, Thomas. I don't want to hear it.
I think I do rate Martin. I think he will make a difference.
Yeah.
If he's played in his position, which I genuinely think is left wing. He said it himself.
Yeah.
People seem to think he's a centre forward, but
he's left wing.
He's left wing. He said it himself. He's got the pace. He can beat someone.
He will be what moves Aubameyang in the middle.
Well, will he? Well, yeah, but really, Saka should have been what moved Aubameyang to the middle, shouldn't it? Really? Yeah. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Is Martinelli? I would say Saka and Martinelli are probably the same level, so I don't see why he'd move Aubameyang to the centre for Martinelli.
True. I just don't know anymore. But yeah, well, I hope if you watched it, if you've not already cussed out Tom on your screen,
yeah, bring your clown emojis on.
But no, thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back with the Premier League predictions. Obviously, you've got one of them. We both sort of don't think we're going to beat Man United, but they might change in a couple of days. I don't know. I doubt it. But
yeah, when we beat Dundalk 3-0, we'll go, yes. What a performance! Yeah. We're gonna win the league.
Yeah, when we scrape past Dundalk 2-1, we'll come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.